Welcome to qnawire.
If a multiple choice test had 20 questions, find the probability of guessing accurately on at least 15 out of the 20 questions. So we are looking for the probability that x is greater than or equal to 15. This means you need to find the probability that x equals 15 plus the probability that x equals 16, x equals 17, etc., up to the probability that x equals 20. This can get time consuming, especially when you're using the formula, because you'll have to use the formula for each problem, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then add them all up. You can look at the table. If you looked at the table, you would look at the n is 20, because there's 20 questions. There's 5 choices for each, so the probability of success is 0.20. And you would start by looking at 15 for x. You would see that that would be off the charts on that table. So we know that the table does not do anything that is past 0.0005. So this would be less than 1%. This would be less than 1%, and they would keep going. So we knew that we could say that this answer is going to be less than 1%. We can also use the calculator to determine the probability here. To do this in the calculator, you would do 1 minus binom CDF. And the reason we're doing CDF is because this is a cumulative binomial distribution problem. When you're doing the CDF, binom CDF, we always put the n first. The n in this is 20. The probability of success is next, and that's 0.20. And we put 14 because we are looking for the cumulative distribution, so we want the total of the probabilities from 1 to 14. We're subtracting from 1 because that will give us 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this part gives us 14. When we subtract that from 1, we will get the probability that x is greater than or equal to 15. When we do that, we hit enter. We get 1.38 times 10 to the negative 8. Your calculator probably says 1.38e negative 8. That means scientific notation. So this means that you're going to move this decimal point over 8 times to the left. So your answer would be 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. 138, which is a very low probability. And sometimes you might see that written as less than 1%. So that means, is it likely that you will guess 15 out of 20 questions correct, or even more than 15? Is definitely very unlikely because this probability is very small. So the chance that you will get 15 or more correct when you're guessing is less than 1%. So it's not a chance I would take.